So Esther didn't show up in the palace with a crown already on her head. She didn't arrive confident, flawless, and put together. She came in carrying grief, loss, pain, but also obedience. She was chosen, yes, but before she was chosen, she was crushed. She was an orphan. She'd lost both her parents, raised by her cousin Mordecai in a land that wasn't even her own. She was a foreigner. No mother to nurture her, no father to protect her, just trying to survive in exile. And I need you to really hear me, because this is where most people miss this part. We talk about the queen, but we forget about the girl who grieved in silence, the girl who never really fit in, the girl who learned to keep going without answers. And maybe that's you. You've been the one who had to figure it all out. Maybe you were passed around. Maybe you had to grow up fast. You've carried strength for so long that no one sees how much it actually costs you. But listen, you were never overlooked. You were being overbuilt. God has a way of using what should have broken you to build a strength that can carry the weight of purpose. Esther's world saw an orphan, but heaven saw a vessel in formation. It's easy to look back and feel bitter and wonder, God, where were you when it hurt? But what if instead we said, God, thank you. Thank you for keeping me, even in the parts I didn't understand. Thank you that you won't just heal my past, but you'll use it. That's the kind of prayer of an overcomer. Not bitterness, but strength and surrender, gratefulness, even in the pain. Because Esther didn't just lose her parents, she lost her sense of belonging. And some of you know exactly what that feels like. You walk into rooms and feel like you didn't even fit. Your past doesn't match the polished stories around you. You weren't raised in a church. You got real wounds and you wonder if you're disqualified. But God sees, and He's not put off by your past. He's not intimidated by your pain, and He hasn't forgotten your purpose. Esther 2:7 says she was lovely and beautiful, but in the Hebrew, it goes deeper. Her beauty was more than skin deep. It spoke to her grace, her character, and her spirit. What made her lovely wasn't just her face, it was her posture, her humility, and her teachable heart. But even when she entered the palace, she stayed submitted to Mordecai. Even in influence, she stayed grounded. And here's where we need to pause, because some of us want the crown without the crushing. We want the favor, but we resist that formation. But the truth is, God does His deepest work in those hidden places, in the exile seasons, in the rooms where nobody claps for you. That's where He forms identity. That's where He deals with mindset. And for many of us, what we're really battling is an orphan spirit. That voice that says, oh, I've got to do it all on my own. No one's coming to help me. I'm too broken. I've missed my chance. And we start to project that mindset onto God, like He'll pick someone else, like we're not really chosen. But let me say this to you and to your heart. You are not an orphan. You are a daughter, and He's raising you for something you can't even see yet. Yes, it's been painful, but the pain has been purposeful. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. Now let's get real and apply this, because Esther's story is not just inspiration, it's a roadmap. Here are 3 steps to sit with this week. 1, ask God, what part of your past does He want to redeem? Don't skip over it. Write it down. Let Him speak into the places that still ache. He heals what we hand Him. 2, who is your Mordecai? Who is that voice of wisdom in your life? Are you listening to the counsel God placed around you? Or are you doing this walk alone? 3, are you still carrying an orphan mindset? Be honest with yourself. What are the thoughts that keep playing in the background? Do you still feel like you have to fight for your worth? Let God rewire. Let Him remind you, you are His daughter. God is the kind of Father who takes exile and He turns it into elevation. He takes abandonment and He turns it into authority. Who takes a girl with no name and gives her a legacy? So don't curse this quiet place. Don't rush the process. Don't despise the pain. Because if he could raise Esther in secret and trust her with a nation, he can raise you. And not just use you, but trust you. Now, in the next video, we're going to talk about her year of preparation, the purification, the oil, and the obedience. But don't skip this part. If you miss the pain, you'll miss the purpose behind the process. And if this message stirred something in you, I want to invite you to download the free Heart Check Guide. It's gentle but deep. You'll walk through questions and scriptures to help you reflect, release, and realign. You'll find the link in the description. You are not being punished. You are being refined, even in the crushing. God is forming a crown. I see you, my queens. Keep showing up. You're being prepared for purpose. Amen.